Tilton inside of the Taylor Tilton Hour. You're watching The Blend where legends live. Y'all, 80s. Today's show is all about them 80s. And I have tickets to do what? Well, give away, of course, to the classic R&B and funk tour Saturday, June 18th. That's next Saturday at the Showplace Arena at the Agri Center. And you can always go to my website at tinatilton.com for your chances to win. But let me tell you who's performing on this ticket. I've told you for about a month and a half now. But we have Larry Dotson. We have the Mary Jane Girls. We have Bunny DeBarge, Brick, Yarbrough and Peoples. But right now, the men are about to pause for today's guest. She is none other than one of the original members of Klymaxx. You all welcome Miss Joyce Irby to The Blend. Welcome to the show, Miss Irby.
How are you, Tina? Thank you so much for inviting me on.
I am so grateful. But where are you? I think I'm about to pause in jealousy right now. Like,
I'm working in Chicago today. I believe this is Lake Michigan behind me. I'm not sure, but I just love water.
It is beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you for taking the time out to chat with us and you're in front of water. So jealous. But anyway,
it's my pleasure.
So Klymaxx, the band, 6 ladies, all from Los Angeles.
Except for me. They imported me from the East Coast.
Oh, where you come from, Miss Irby?
I was on Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and I used to follow George Clinton around and was actually signed to George, who didn't have time to put my record out and told me, well, if you got a chance, go. And if that doesn't work, I'm here. So, yes.
Awesome. Well, each one of you, each band member, if you will, plays or played a different instrument.
Yes.
And so how did you get started playing a musical instrument and what sparked that decision?
It's just something that I always wanted to do as a little kid. I listened to, a lot of the old Motown stuff. Stevie Wonder when he was a kid, the Jackson 5 when they first came out, the Supremes. And I wanted to play guitar, but I couldn't hold chords, so I just picked out the bass notes. And, since I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, I was just obsessed. That's all I wanted to do.
Was play bass.
Yep. And I also thought at the time, Jermaine Jackson had the most beautiful white teeth. And I thought that for some reason, my teeth would look like that if I played bass. The mind of a child. Yes.
Oh, wow. That is so amazing. See, that's why I went on and picked up me some Crest white strips last week. I got me some. We're going to work on these things right here. Well, let's get right into the history of the band, of this all-girl band, if you will.
Yeah.
You ladies had a smash hit in 1984, Meeting in the Ladies' Room. Where did this song originate from?
Meeting in the Ladies' Room was like our second or third single, and it started with some of the guys in Midnight Star and an event that happened at a club. Bernadette and Lorena were talking to Reggie Calloway, who was the band leader, and I think the young lady he was with got upset, and they started talking, and I think Lorena was like, well, let's just go have a meeting in the ladies' room. And then they wrote, wrote a song about it.
I knew it came from a nightclub. I was like, that sounds so like some type of nightclub situation, real life nightclub situation. Wow, I'm so glad that you shared that story with us because I knew it had to come from somewhere. Such an amazing hit, though. I mean, you still have that going on. Come on, let's go meet in the ladies' room. We still. I guess when I say we, I guess I'm thinking the 50 and up crowd. We still like, come on. Let's go meet in the ladies' room.
And also, like, even our first single, which was written by me and Bernadette, The Men All Pause, it's like you can't tell a woman she doesn't look good. It's about self-confidence, but you really were like, girl, are you sure you want to wear that? Oh, no, I look good.
Ooh.
And so that ended up being like, okay, well, I know I look good. The men are going to pause when I walk into the room. And it's just all basically about self-love. But it's just funny because sometimes you're like, you think that, is that it? Mm-hmm, yeah, I look good. Okay.
Look at that. Well, forgive me because I thought Men on Pause was your second hit, but it was actually your first.
Oh, yeah. That was the one that broke us out. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of which, because that was totally my next question, the Men All Pause, I was too young to fully understand the song, but I got to be honest, I did take a look at your lyrics recently. And the first line after describing what you had on was, I was at home feeling sleazy. I said sleazy. Now, from my definition from back in the day, sleazy was like a tramp, like a thought, as they call it.
Or just maybe feeling yourself, like feeling your energy, like
okay, you're gonna fix it. Okay.
Yeah, no, well, just wanting to get into some other things, but I need to get out around some other people to manifest all of these things.
I mean, that is almost, I don't know. To me, it's like that is such a vain song. And I was on a podcast recently, and I told my friends, I said, after college, I thought I was all that in a bag of chips. So I had some chips in my back window of my car. I
love that.
I'm all that in a bag of chips. So if that song were out in the mid-90s when I graduated college, I would have totally been playing that. But I still remember that as a little girl, and I'm like, that is such an amazing, good, vain song.
Yes.
Specifically for women, like you said, who are wanting to feel good and feel confident about themselves, huh?
It's about self-love.
Yeah. Yes. Did you all know that some people thought that you all were saying menopause?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dick Griffey, who was the president of Solar Records, said, this is a quote, "I ain't never gonna do no MF song called Menopause." We're like, no. It's the men all pause. He was like, oh, excuse me. Okay. So I get it.
That's too funny. Well, okay. So your bio, it said that, according to the bio, there it is. There's my question. It said that the voice of Klymaxx was similar, specifically your voice was similar to that of Michael Jackson. Do you agree?
Yes and no. Like, my voice is what my voice is, but people used to go into the store asking for "I Miss You" by Michael Jackson. And at one point, Joe confronted me. We were judging a talent contest in the late 80s, and he said, I need to know about you singing this song, sounding like Michael. I said, does Michael sometimes sound like a girl? He said, yes. I said, well, I'm a girl, and that's all I can do. And that was it. Because people thought it was a song that Michael had released when he was a kid. And it was like a re-release, because he was grown by then.
Like Ben or something.
Yes. Yes, like Ben. Yes, exactly.
Oh, my stars. And they thought you were Michael Jackson.
But here's the thing that's great, because I always felt some kind of way about it, but about, I think 2014, 2015, I got a call on behalf of Mrs. Jackson to come and host Michael's celebration in Gary, Indiana on his birthday. They don't celebrate his birthday, but they had a celebration. And I sang, they wanted me to do one of his songs. And so I did "You Are Not Alone," and I did "I Miss You." And when I talked to her afterwards, she held my hand and said, "You sound so beautiful." I was like, "Thank you, Mrs. Jackson. If you don't mind, I'm grateful and honored." So that made me feel great. His mama was like, she loved it. She wanted me to come and she loved it. So I felt really good.
Yeah, and you all should. You should have. And I'm grateful that you even had an opportunity. And they saw your the not value, but I can't think of a better word at this time. But they saw your value, that what you brought to the music industry, to even compare your voice to the likeness of her son.
Yeah, without trying to be like him.
Trying to be like him. Sure.
Yeah. So she just took that earnestly, and I was honored. And she even said she wouldn't mind if I did a song for him to celebrate him. That's like an up-tempo dance kind of record. I asked her, she said, I would love that.
Yeah.
So,
well, for the viewers, if you have any question for Miss Joyce Irby, she is one of the original members of the band, the all-girl band, Klymaxx. Please feel free to drop us a comment in our comment section, and we'll see if we can get it, especially if it's a question, we'll see if we can get it answered for you. Next question. There was a somewhat, if you will, of a disagreement with the band's name.
You think?
Yeah. She said think. Okay. Tell me. Give me the scoop.
Listen. I recently released a book called "I'd Still Say Yes," which talks about my life in the music business, but in particular about what I call legacy appropriation, which seems to be a major issue amongst many R&B groups, Lakeside, Shalimar, In Vogue. The list goes on and on and on. And one member decides, I want to appropriate all the blood, sweat, and tears of everybody else and exclusively use this name for myself. And that's not cool. It's not cool.
6 of you all.
There's 6 of us. And at times 2 or 3 of us have worked together, and somebody's like, I don't want to, or I want to now. So some people have come and gone back in, but over the last like 10 years, it's just been pretty much a permanent split between a lot of us. And I've told people, like, I apologize before every concert. I said, I can't stop singing The Men All Pause, I Miss You, or I'd Still Say Yes, because there are other members of the group who decide they want to have all the money and all the whatever for themselves. I'm like, God bless them. But every time we do this stuff apart, we're cheating the fans. Yeah. But as the person who I guess sings 3 of our 4 biggest records, I can, I'm not going to be silenced. And so, we all got to do what we got to do, but it's unfortunate. But legacy appropriation it's like crabs in a barrel. It's just like, it's like black on black crime. It's unnecessary. And I regret that it's taking place even now.
And thank you for giving us that like political terminology for it, because I never knew that there was even a word for it besides messy. Yeah. That's what we call it in the streets, messy.
No, I made it up. I was like, that's the only thing I could think of, because and I've talked, like, I'm a good friend with like Maxine Jones and Dawn Robinson from In Vogue. We've talked about their situation. Howard Hewitt's one of my best friends from Shalimar. Mm-hmm. And there's that situation where Jody did a copyright for the name here, and then with Lakeside, it's like there's so many other groups.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like Rodney King said, can we all just get along? Should we not cheat the fans because of egos and control issues? But I guess not.
But didn't you ladies come back in 2004 and was on VH1's Band Reunited?
All of us worked together except for the guitar player, who originally tried to steal the name and use it and keep us from using it. She doesn't sing a note on any song. So then for a while, the rest of us did work together. Then Lynn dropped out. Then it was me and Bernadette and Lorena, who sings Meeting in the Ladies' Room. Yeah. And then Bernadette decided she wanted to do her solo thing. Lorena semi-retired. And I'm like, people still want to hear me sing I Miss You. And I'd still say yes. Yeah. And the men all pause. So that's what I'm going to do.
That's what you're going to do. And thank you for that. And matter of fact, viewers, she will be doing that next Saturday, June 18th at the Showplace Arena at the Agri Center right here in Memphis, Tennessee. If you have not purchased your tickets, you can do so by going to www.classicrnbandfunktour.com. Plus, it's scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Yes. And let me say this, as I say on Facebook and Instagram, it's finna be lit. Because we don't
use a new word.
Listen, it's finna be lit. For real.
Lit. Okay. Lit. I like that. Well, you guys lit, I don't know where this was in Hollywood, I'm going to assume, but during the pandemic of June 25th last year, almost a year ago, you ladies were inducted into the Women's Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Let me tell you this. Actually, none of us were. The person who tried to steal the name, who said she wrote the songs that we wrote, which she did not write, was inducted to the Hall of Fame for not ever writing a Klymaxx hit, because the whole thing is a scam, and a friend of hers started the organization. Let me just make that clear. Liars and thieves, I said it. Sue me if you don't like it. It's the truth.
Oh, okay.
And Billboard magazine did an article about it, saying she didn't write the songs, they wrote the songs, and they're not being inducted.
Oh, wow. So is there a way to retract that, or not to retract, but add the members that did?
I don't think any of us want to be added to a scam organization made up by a friend of the person who is trying to steal our song credits.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to. It's like she can just sit there and smolder in the fire I'm going to put on the stage. She can just smoke away in it, and it's all good. But we are paying her no attention. It's just somebody who needs to make up stuff. And that's it.
You know what? It sounds like y'all need a meeting in the ladies' room. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. Not over a man, but my God, y'all got some stuff going
Listen,
on.
it is a blessing for people to still want to hear this music, which was great music. It was a great time. I am grateful for the experience, and I'm not stopping.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do have. Now, this part of the show is where I call my uncommon question. I do have an uncommon question for you. It's nothing from the bio, but it's nothing controversial either. Since you ladies did have a meeting in the ladies' room to tell other women to leave my man alone, we want to know, how long does it typically take you in the ladies' room to get ready?
Listen,
Uh-oh.
it depends. Like, I'm lucky I'm out here by the beach, so I can put sunglasses and lipstick on. I don't have to worry about the rest. I'm by the ocean, so the hair could just be all whatever. It's cool. But for something inside, it takes a while. It takes a while, like for any woman. I keep telling guys, you guys are so lucky. You can have matted up hair, just all kind of stuff. But we are judged so differently.
Yes, we are.
And we have to be cognizant of that. But who doesn't really like to look good? Yeah. I think we all do.
Yeah. So to answer that question, though, 30 minutes, an hour. Hey,
okay.
Single. But
what's up?
I know.
Yeah, well, for me, a good 30 minutes, because I never, because as I age, I notice too much makeup makes me look sort of like a clown, and I don't want to look like a clown. So a little less as I get older. But an hour is not bad either.
Hey, just get pampered. Just sit there and get pampered. Amazing. Again, Miss Joyce Irby, you guys, thank you. I want to say, I'm getting all tongue twisted now. Remember, Tina, get it together. Remember to go to my website. I'm so excited. I really am. I am. I'm excited. I can't wait for you to get here. I can't wait for all of y'all to get here.
Are you going to be at the show? Okay, so what I want you to, next time you come back on, I want you to say, it was lit and she was right. Y'all don't want this smoke. Yes.
Okay. I can do that. I can certainly do that. Meantime, remember to go to my website, www.tinatilton.com, to register to win your free tickets to the Classic R&B and Funk Tour, Saturday, June 18th at the Showplace Arena at the Agri Center, featuring my very special guest right here, Joyce Irby of Klymaxx, Larry Dotson, the Mary Jane Girls, Bunny DeBarge,
yes,
and
thank you. And thank you, Larry, for just inviting us to be on your show with you.
Yes. Amazing. And you can always purchase those tickets by going to www.classicrnbandfunktour.com. Thank you again, Miss Joyce, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Appreciate y'all.